All right, we're here. I'm no face cam tonight.
By the power vested in me by the true head of the corpus, I claim this sector.
We're just gonna go around and clear heal path nodes because it's easy. Assassinate. I gotta check something here in the Alt tab menu. Okay, I'm still set to limit capture frame rate. Okay, cool. Just want to make sure all my settings were set correctly so I'm not pressuring my GPU more than I have to. John, I'm streaming to you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, Jackal, we can just bring Rhino. I don't know. Fenmore? Fenmore. Yeah, Fenmore. Well, we'll just do Fenmore. An easy way to get this done. I mean, Fenmore is an easy way to get everything done, but I'm trying to just pick whatever suits the situation. There's not a lot that the Fenmore is not good for.
To exert power and authority, the Corpus have continued to refine their most lethal security proxy, the Jackal, to determine its location aboard this vessel and destroy it. Every Warframe has at its disposal a special blade, a Parazon, as lethal to technology as it is to... Massive flex plates on the torso, but appendages could be a weakness. Loosened grid wall. Stay ahead of it.
Oh. Yeah, you really just nuked me there. Jesus. Can I go under you? Jesus, he is just shredding my armor apart. No, this isn't gonna work. We gotta abort. We gotta come back with something different. Rhino does really well in that fight in normal, but in Steel Path, he's just chunking me. Jesus, like I need something different. Redeemer's also not particularly helping all that much right now. Let's go with this. And we can run... Revenant won't help all that much either, just because he's deals so much damage, or he shoots so much. You just take all the mesmer skin right off. Wisp, I guess. Wisp would honestly be pretty good for that. We're just gonna use the tried and true method of Nucor plus an Icona and see how that does.
In an attempt to exert power and authority, the Corpus have continued to refine their most lethal security proxy, the Jackal, determine its location aboard this vessel, and destroy it. Every Warframe has at its disposal a special blade, a Parazon, as lethal to technology as it is to flesh. Disrupting the Jackal's auto-repair may require it. Massive flex plates on the torso, but appendages could be a weakness.
This is a very annoying fight.
Still mobile despite the damage, but if it comes down hard, it could give you an opening.
Wait, it went into this attack at the same time I downed it? Okay, thank God. I was worried that it would just auto-repair itself while I was dealing the damage to it.
Watch your angles, Tenno. You're running out of cover.
Yeah, Wisp was really the only frame that I would have been able to get this done with. Oh, Nucor's tapped out.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. Overdrive precepts. Watch for increased attack speed.
There we go. We'll just do that.
It's sending out distress waves. I know what to do. Well done, Tenno. You have
Here we go.
sent a clear
Jeez, that was
message to
annoying.
Corvus today. Their war profiteering will not go unpunished. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. You're still in the clear. No detection from enemy sensors.
You are a blade. You exist to
Do
strike.
not claim
You strike
what you
to win.
cannot.
The lesson ends.
Everybody's talking all at once. Everybody shut up. Next, I think is...
Operator, messages have arrived in your inbox.
Ooh, Venus is cleared. And this guy is mad at me. Perfect. There we go. Oh, Venus cleared. Next is Mercury. Yep. Let's see here. What do we got? Exterminate and crossfire exterminate. Well, I've got just the thing. There we go. Hmm. Oh, I didn't ever check to see what the Warframes... Oh, right, it was Loki and some other chunguses that I don't really need. Low key, I don't need these haters. John, what are you up to right now? Guess he's not here presently.
Their rage is vehement, their focus impressive. Give them all warriors' death.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. Marines inbound. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Oh, here's one. Man, they really nerfed the effectiveness of corrosive damage. Big barely strips enemy armor now.
Another successful
May as
mission.
well use
Find
like a
distraction.
different frame entirely at this point. Oh. Huh. How about that? Oh, did he fucking disappear because I died? That's really annoying. Yeah, I guess if they kill you, they just fucking get away. That's really irritating. Well, now I know better. Just can't bring Saren into melee with those guys. I should have known better from the get-go, but you know, we all learn something new every day.
They fought well. Good deaths all.
You know who I should be using for exterminate? I should be fucking using Zaku. I feel pretty darn stupid now, not thinking to use Zaku sooner. John, are you there?
I'm here.
Oh, okay. Wasn't sure. There's Zaku.
If I may say, operator, your chosen Warframe suits you. Ha ha.
The art of combat must be practiced to truly master the canvas of war.
Uh-oh.
Still detecting a lot of infestation activity. Let's clean it up. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Damn, we're annihilating these boys now.
That was a juggernaut. They were lured out by the death of infested. Lay low and it should go away, or amp up the fight to draw it out. The juggernaut. I think you made it angry. Good work.
Oh, what the fuck? Bruh, come on. Sometimes, like, with this game, I just don't even know, like, half the shit that just fucking killed me.
No. You kills them. Simple mistake. Let me show you how.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
God bless the Fenmore. This thing is so broken. Oh, hello? Lol, fucking owned. Holy shit. Get wrecked, retard. You know, it really is just fucking armor that makes the, these Grineer enemies so formidable. If it wasn't for their armor, it wouldn't be nearly half as annoying.
Broken their ranks and they are
I say this while still
another
fucking ripping
successful
through them
mission.
at record
Find
speed.
extraction.
It is
Honestly.
done, Tenno.
Ooh, primary merciless. Let's go. Let's go, boys. We're doing it. We got some.
Same time tomorrow?
Yes. Yes, indeed. I got a rescue here. Global defense, crossfire sabotage. Oh, rescue. The rescue is easy. We can just bring Octavia. Or Varuna. Hardly matters. Botheus. Botheus these nuts.
Your weapons make music, and the enemy calls for a song.
Find the captive as soon as you can. We don't have much time. You are approaching the holding area. Careful. If the wardens detect you, they will surely initiate the execution sequence. Here are the holding cells. Search each one for the hostage.
I knew you would come. Thank you.
Subject found. You need to bring the captive to safety. Protect them at all costs.
I need a weapon.
No, you don't. Shut up. Just don't get shot, idiot. Easy.
You are a blade. You exist to strike. You strike to win. The lesson ends.
Mobile defense we can also do with Octavia.
These foes deserve your respect. Honor them with quick deaths, and I your victory.
I need access to a terminal. Find one and patch me in. That was a juggernaut. They're lured out by the death of infested. Lay low and it should go away, or amp up the fight to draw it out. Terminal spotted. Upload me and prepare to defend. I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment. Focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. Still working on it. Continue to defend.
Ooh, gotta be careful of that.
Completed. Move on. Location reached. Drop me in and defend our position. I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment. Multiple biosignatures detected. We've got infested incoming. Continue to defend.
I'm watching a Resident Evil video that explains how, like, the pursuer enemies work off camera. They're using, like, out of bounds to follow them around.
Oh, interesting.
And, like, how their AI functions and, like, how what they use to, like, track the player and if their search patterns are random or if they're preset. It's pretty interesting.
Which pursuer enemies? I know Mr. X obviously, but who else? Like the original
The guy's
Nemesis?
done like a bunch of the the new games, because you can all the modding tools.
Yeah.
He's done Mr. X, he's done Jack Baker, he's done Lady D, and he just did He just made a new one. How Resident Evil 4 remake. He did Dead Space. He does a bunch of out of bounds stuff.
This will take a moment.
And how does House Beneviento work? Final scenes work off camera. Yeah, he's done some just out of bounds shit.
That's pretty cool. This map set I'm on is a certified Warframe classic. This has been around since the very beginning of the game. You know, the funny thing is, after my overtime tomorrow, I'll probably be home around the same time that I would have been if I'd just gone to the gym and then gone grocery shopping anyways, so... It'll basically be the same as any other Friday, except I'll have woken up a little earlier. And my exercise is going to be throwing logs around, because we just cut a bunch of shit. Like, fucking several acres of bush honeysuckle, and now we've got to just throw it all out. Or throw it into piles. The property we're managing is a mess. It is truly horrendous.
The odds were against us, Tenno, but we did it. Mission complete.
Music jump scare.
Ah!
Well,
Who?
deaths all.
This is pretty spooky.
Is this kind of spooky? What if I built up tension, like I was going to do another jump scare? But then I didn't. But then I did. Aha! I have jump scared you. Hey John, look at the mission type. Survival. Who is this survival? Does he have the latest survival tips? Sometimes you have to do what it takes to survive if you want to survive. Hmm.
Operator, did you hear that? It said... Cosmic background radiation is a riot!
Let's see here. Vicious Frost, Violent Scourge. Yeah, cool. That's still less viral than Slash. Very good. Oh, I could have turned that dash into a V. Oh well. Makes no difference. It all works out the same. As long as we're clearing tiles.
Distract the infested while a lone Tenno operative hunts for supplies. Set off the alarms to start. A steady stream of toxic spores is being released into the area. Hold on. Emergency life support is inbound.
Yeah, I think this is enough damage.
Get ready for a capsule. I've delivered a life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you more time. Prepare for life support. Life support activated. Additional life support has arrived.
We will persist, he says. Well, you can persist on these nuts.
You can persist yourself on these nuts.
It insists upon itself. Oh, what the fuck? Was that the volatile Eximus that did that? Man, sometimes it
I did not care for Evangelion. What? It insists upon it. No, that's me in real life. That's me in real life.
It insists upon itself.
Life support has been
Evangelion, more like Avon Borington. I don't care. How to trigger someone. Evangelion, more like boring game, boring show watching. Not interested.
When you need it, extraction is ready. Life support on the way.
Your will was greater. This is good.
Primary deadhead, not bad. Hmm. Got a funny meme I want to try out with Styanax.
How the Tenno arm themselves.
He's got like one of the fastest and easiest armor strips in the game.
Their rage is vehement, their focus impressive. Give them all warriors' death.
Oh. Right. Well, okay. Let's try this again.
The capture target has vital information that we will need to extract. We need our subject brought back alive. You found a target. Capture them quickly before they escape.
Oh wow, I can't armor strip capture targets? That's really cool. Oh my fucking god. Get back here, you piece of shit.
Excellent work. We'll interrogate the captive back at base. Your part is done here.
Bioshock, more like that Big Daddy's got a massive bio cock. Jesus Christ.
Woo! Oh my god. Fuck! Okay, Styanax experiment fucking utterly and completely failed. Jesus. This is not working.
I did not care for Destiny 2. It insists upon itself.
Okay, but that's actually me in real life.
Yeah, that's me in real life.
That is actually me in real life.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
People are like, nah, bro, it's good though. Like, you can do all these grind things, but they're all less interesting than every other MMO.
You know what's
out there.
really funny? Original Destiny 2 does no longer exists.
Oh yeah,
the original
they
campaign
sunsetted
is
content.
literally gone.
Yeah, they started sunsetting content to save on space or some shit.
Like, the base story of Destiny 2 from launch is literally gone.
That is so goofy. Okay, no,
That-
Styanax does work.
Like, imagine buying, like, expansions and shit for those games, and then
Well,
they
now the
just
expansions is
undo
all you
it.
can play. You can only play expansions now. Have fun.
As
Good, and if you were really trying to piece together any part of the story, good fucking luck trying to understand it now that you can't even play the beginning of the game.
Although, Lamau, imagine caring about Destiny's story.
No. Yeah. I mean, still, there's somebody out there who wants to be a Destiny lore
Somebody
expert.
cares.
Somebody out there cares, and I feel sorry for that person. I feel sorry for anybody who has Stockholm Syndrome for Destiny when they could be playing Warframe.
I did not care for Destiny 2. It insists upon itself.
It's so weird, though. Thanks for helping me do some research on this issue, but it's so weird. It just randomly appears in people's PCs. It doesn't really seem to cause many issues. So for some people, it's an operating system thing that they can just kind of solve by disabling fast boot. But for other people, it's like a weird, like, hardware issue. It's like a motherboard issue. It doesn't actually cause any problems. It randomly appears, and there is no good documentation for any surefire solution. And for some people, it just randomly disappeared entirely. at some point. But for people watching the stream or the VOD who don't know, just last night, my PC developed yet another fascinating issue where I'll start the shutdown sequence from Windows, and Windows will shut the OS off, the BIOS will turn itself off, but the machine itself will still have power running into it. I have no idea what causes this, why this is. All attempts to research this mostly are people saying that mostly it's the OS not shutting down, which, you know, they solved. But then there's a few people who've had the hardware shutdown issue. But in the cases of the hardware shutdown issue, there is no definitive answer as to what causes it or why.
Analyze the intelligence profiles of the grenadier. Error.
And it appears randomly and it disappears randomly for a lot of people, it seems. So I guess I'm just going to have to live with this. It's not a huge deal. I just shut it down and then I just hold the power button to kill the power. But wow, what a strange thing to happen. Why does this keep happening to me? Yeah, there's your additional computer horror story for the day of this weird shit that just keeps happening.
Each enemy is more powerful than before. Only with true mastery of the Tenno arsenal will you succeed.
Once summer properly kicks in, I want to get a grill because I want to make more burgers for everybody at some point.
Be on the lookout for increased security measures.
Gonna make some
The
burg.
enemy would rather destroy their data than let it get into our hands. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Bioshock. That guy in the diving suit got a massive cock.
Oh,
Excellent work. A clean extraction with no alarms.
They don't call him Big Daddy for nothing.
Joe Biden plays Bioshock. Why can't I kidnap the little girls?
You can eat them. I know it's not the same, but you can eat them.
No ain't interested.
Kill the child. Playing Bioshock like, what do I do, Lord? Destroy the child. Corrupt them all. This is their plan, people. They are demons. They're literally demons.
The target console is nearby. If you trigger the alarms now, the enemy will start destroying data.
You know, won't lie, you know, I know Alex Jones is just kind of like doing his own thing, and he's kind of like way more tame now because of all the defamation lawsuits, and he's got to like dial it back if he doesn't want to keep getting sued out the ass. But man, Alex Jones in his heyday was really hilarious.
Gone.
A real rock star.
I'm alive! I'm a human! I got blood going through me real fast! I always wonder what the context for him assaulting that random guy on the street was.
We didn't need one.
Yeah. Come on over here, coward! He just picked some random guy on the street and just decided to fucking brawl him. I hate you!
You're gonna burn alright.
The target console is nearby. If you trigger the alarms now,
I think Alex Jones just needed a target that quench his thirst for the day.
Yeah.
And
Truly a bloodthirsty man. Remember when he said he would, like, remember when he just straight up said he would eat his neighbors?
yeah, what a fucking guy. What a fucking cool ass dude.
What a fucking guy, dude.
Alex Jones versus Carl.
Oh, that's no contest, dude.
Strength, Alex Jones, high difference. Coolness, Alex Jones, high difference. Cringeness, Carl, mega high difference. Entertaining, Alex Jones, mega high difference. Winner,
Mega high
Alex
difference.
Jones.
Winner, Alex Jones.
Those are my favorite little memes where they do two different characters.
See-
Those are my favorite. Those are
Well,
becoming
John-
my favorite.
John, you forgot one. TND, Alex Jones.
Yeah.
I'm not saying what TND is on stream. Go fucking look it up.
The new doctor.
I'm not saying what it is on stream. It's like literally just no. That is like fucking Twitch ban speedrun any percent. Yes, spy, my least favorite mission type. I love how in a game about playing as fucking weird space ninjas, the mission where you stealth is the worst kind. You're not ninjas, really. You're more like just acrobatic wizards. That's always the way I've seen Warframe. You're not really a ninja. You're just a very acrobatic wizard. Knows Kanye. High diff Alex Jones. Oh yeah, that's another moment when Kanye went on InfoWars dressed like a gimp talking about how he loved Hitler.
What a wild time.
And Alex Jones just looked so depressed.
Yeah. My next guest, Captain Cumshot.
Oh man, man, what do you think he'd have to say?
Some nothing intelligent.
Just the extra sling swivel point.
Just
It's such a
flapping in the wind.
it's such a small detail, but it's honestly one of my favorites.
Yeah. Oh, I think the flashlight being mounted to the fucking cantilever mount is fucking the best thing ever.
Oh
like,
yeah.
not even a single scope ring mount. Like, homie just fucking did the fucking double one.
I mean, like old school flashlights used to be mounted on scope mounts, like during the
Got that fucking double mount for some reason.
he's got the double mount. Like if he had a single mount, I'd kind of respect it because that's like an old school like technique.
Their exact location. Search them out if you are willing to shoulder the added risk.
During the SOCOM heyday of the late 90s, back before we had a big AR-15 market.
Coolant cell extracted. The reactor is going into stasis. Now is your chance to complete this sabotage. Use whatever you can to make sure it never works again. A cooling cell has been extracted. Fuel cell reinserted. When the reactor is restarted, this will trigger a meltdown. Destroy the fuel injectors. A blast door has blocked your evacuation route. Find a way to open it.
Very good.
Very good.
Their rage is vehement, their focus impressive. Give them all warriors' death.
Get owned, noob. That was easy.
Extraction is ready. Unless you can handle more of the enemy.
You are a blade. You exist to strike. You
Nice,
strike
secondary
to win.
merciless. Let's
The
go.
lesson ends.
I see.
Interception, that's job for Nova. Let's try the Vastalok. See how this does.
Excellent armaments, operator. Please return
Covered in blood.
safe and sound.
Is that the enemies have to have like a lot of armor, so I'm just wondering how fast the Shattering Impact Strip will work.
Accept your death, and you may yet avoid it. Trust in your training.
Oh, right, I need this. Okay, a few shots can just delete their armor. That's not bad.
You have captured a radio tower.
God, this thing does so much damage.
Tower captured. Beginning strike down. This tower is ours now. a tower. You must recapture it. Tower online.
God damn. Nova absolutely fucking baby modes interception.
The remaining enemies must not report back to their command. Eliminate everyone.
Weird random thought just popped into my head. Man, I mean, we watched the reviews about the Transformers movies a little while ago, and they're really funny. It's just like every time, it's like, damn. You remember when the hot girl turned into a Decepticon in the second movie? Michael Bay was wildin' for that one.
Fierce reinforcements. Are you willing to stay and decode more messages? I have detected another message incoming. Capture
You
and
are a
decode the
blade.
signal.
You exist to strike. You strike to win. The lesson ends.
Secondary deadhead, not bad. I think after we kill Vor, we're just gonna call it. I'm really tired after my work week. Tomorrow we'll get a little bit more involved with something, and then on Saturday we'll do another round of RE6, unfortunately. We do this for science. We do it for the video essay script. Alright, let's see here. Let's just see how Mesa does. Fuck it.
I see you.
The assassination target is nearby. Seek and destroy. Captain Vor has lived under suspicion of possessing Orokin technology that grants him powerful abilities. We cannot allow this. Get to his location and eliminate him. Vor's reputation precedes him. Taking him down will be a favor to the entire system.
You're making this too easy.
Man, I remember back when all the Grineer enemies used to just speak like actual Grinese before they added English dialogue to them.
Vor is feared across the system. Do not underestimate him.
Another dead Tendo.
This ship is crawling in fronts. Getting to Vor will prove difficult.
Straight through the Grineer.
There is the assassination target. We know what to do.
Okay, yeah, that worked.
They won't be bothering us anymore. Let's get out of here.
That was easy.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. You are surrounded by Grineer Marines.
What you have learned here will serve you well.
Hey Sloan, you're actually unfortunately just catching me at the tail end of this stream. I wanted to go for longer, but I'm like really fucking beat after my work week. I'll actually, just because you showed up, I'll extend the stream a little longer, but it won't be super long because man, today I was literally just we were cutting down so much stuff and there's so much slash, and all we were doing today was throwing shit into piles because we need to clear room for planting, and most of it was just like debris and shit. It was a real pain in the ass of a day. No, I'm okay. I'm not like
grasps, the sisterhood keeps.
I'm not like in a super bad way. It's just like oof. My work is very tiring some days or some weeks even. And I'm going in for like a half day of overtime tomorrow. But, you know, I'll be making overtime money, so can't complain. And it's only a half day. I'm just clearing Steel Path. But you know, Mirage might actually be really good for those exterminates. I've just been experimenting with a lot of different frames for Steel Path. Saren's good for exterminate, but I feel like she'd be better served in a cooperative role, playing with other groups. Yeah, it's been rainy everywhere, man. I mean, I'm sure, I mean, you live on the West Coast, so I'm sure you know, but yeah, East Coast also right now is the time where we have like a big rainy season as well.
Ordis is how angry. I may require maintenance after all.
was trying to think of frames that can actually strip armor. I know Ash's Shuriken with the augment strips armor. Ember can strip armor. She might be really good against the Grineer, honestly, for certain missions. Gera does not, but Gera can infinitely stack damage. Garuda gets bleed, so she can bypass armor with bleed. Cora gets a crazy amount of damage, but she doesn't have armor ignore. Mag has armor shred. Neja gives enemies bonus damage. Nova gives enemies bonus damage. Octavia's damage scales off of enemies. Rhodia can deal slash damage, although it's not a ton, admittedly. Saren kind of has armor strip with corrosive, but corrosive they've nerfed so many times. Styanax has armor strip. Necros actually has armor strip. Sevagoth has damage vulnerability. Varuna doesn't have armor strip, but she gets like crazy status ailment shit. And Zaku also does not technically have armor strip, but gets void damage and can scale off of enemy level. For an exterminate, that's what this is, that I'm gotta do first. I want to do Cora. Let's just see how Mirage does with the Fenmore. Actually, let's try to get a little funny here. We are also going to put the Verglass back on our Helios. Yeah, I've been really slacking on clearing my Steel Path star chart, and I'm more than equipped and qualified to deal with all of it, so I need to just do it. And I'm gonna do it all solo, just to prove how giant my penis is.
The art of combat must be practiced to truly master the canvas of war.
There's a heavy unit approaching.
Alright, Hildren's Pillage strips armor. I can literally just use Mirage and use Hildren's Pillage to strip enemy armor. It's actually hilarious now that I think about it. It's not an insignificant amount of armor either. It's a lot of armor that it pulls off. It's not 100%. It's not Styanax. Styanax is literally like my best, and Necros, I believe it or not, and they're like my two best armor strip frames. Mag's also really good, but Mag doesn't deal it based on percentage. Mag's armor strip is based on, Sorry, I spaced out. Mag's armor strip is based on
Blade. You exist to
a flat amount, so it's not as quite as useful in late game. The enemies will have like upwards of 1,000 armor, and I think her cap is like 1,000-ish on my build. I don't know. Let me get a look at Mag because she might actually be pretty good to bring here. Also, I ran low on energy somehow for that. Arcane Blessing is not useful there. Energize back in there. Yeah, let's see. Abilities, polarize. It says 892, but I also have augmented and growing power on her, so it's actually a lot more.
If I may say, operator,
Also,
your chosen Warframe suits you.
This so this display stat's a little bit disingenuous. The damage dealt actually is not magnetic damage, it's true damage. The magnetic damage comes from that damage multiplier. So basically this polarized deals damage in 2 phases. Phase 1 is basically it deals whatever that damage number is directly as true damage to either to Grenier or Corpus as a shield or armor strip, starting with shield and then armor in that order. And what it does is it removes however much amount of armor or shields from an enemy by that amount. And if it's armor, it also deals that amount as true damage to their health. And then afterwards, the damage dealt or the armor stripped is multiplied by that damage multiplier and dealt as an explosion to the target and all enemies around them in whatever that radius number is, which in this case is 15 meters.
All accounted for.
Polarize is one of the strongest abilities in the game at most difficulties. At Steel Path, it falls off a little, just because, again, it's like a flat damage amount. But, doesn't fall off by that much. Yeah, let's do some mobile defense just to test it out. Yeah, Polarize is super, super strong. A lot of people kind of use it now as a...
Your weapons make music, and the enemy.
A lot of people use it now as like a defense or content clear. Kind of like how people often use Saren to just like clear easy content, because she's just so damn strong.
Location reached. Drop me in and defend our position. I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment.
Oh, wow. Oh, shit. That's crazy, actually. Hang on. Okay. That's fucking insane.
Working on it. Continue to defend. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Okay, I need you guys to all... Yeah, okay. New? No, this has been around for years.
We are finished here. Move on. Got to find the terminal. Proceed and prepare.
Yeah, no, the Vastalok is really good.
Mid.
So, what makes the Vastalok really good is that, unlike its other Gunblade counterparts, it can deal... it both multi-shots and deals impact damage. So you can combine those two characteristics of it and use it for Shattering Impact, which strips 6 armor per hit. And with the, so you can basically just, like, rip enemy armor to little bits. Because the big thing with fighting Grineer and Steel Path is that enemies get 250% of all their defense values. So 250% armor, 250% shield, and 250% health. So that makes the Grineer actually like some of the most formidable enemies in the game in Steel Path, because their armor value is so high. It gives them so much damage resistance. So anything you can do to armor strip basically makes them like paper tigers, because it makes them so much more vulnerable. Heat damage is a really easy way because it automatically cuts their armor in half.
Upload me and prepare to defend. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. I'm detecting a large security force heading your way. It's the Grineer.
Yeah, heat status proc automatically cuts armor in half. And unfortunately, the big problem with Mag is that she relies on shields for her defensive strategy, and shields just do not hold up very well in late game. I just need to keep doing this, basically.
Still working on it. Continue to defend.
Yeah, the Polarized doesn't seem to deal quite as much damage in late game. Oh, I'm gonna lose this terminal. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Yeah, no, I lose. Yep, that's the mission. Fuck. Yeah, Polarized does not strip armor as easily. And that's the problem with it, is that it's not... It being a flat value instead of a percentage, it doesn't work quite as well as you'd want. Because with level 100 plus enemies at 2.5x all of their values that a level 100 enemy in the normal game would have, 1,000 is not that much, because these enemies have so much. So yeah, it was an interesting experiment, at least. But yeah, no, if you want to really get the armor strip going, you need it to be percent based.
Well put together, operator. Now get out there and
Cut down the...
and make the Lotus proud.
Well, and that's the nice thing about Steel Path, though, is it really puts some of your builds to the test. And not every Warframe's cut out for Steel Path. Steel Path, you really have to be kind of specific with what you do and how you play. Is it fair? No. Is it fun? Sometimes. And I mean, and that's the thing is just because a frame can't stand up against the fucking test of Steel Path doesn't make them a bad frame, is the thing. Like, a lot of people fall into this mindset that if a frame can't clear Steel Path, that it somehow is invalidated or not as good. But she's... And by she, I mean, Mag. Mag is still really good. And especially not on Steel Path where enemies have like normal armor and health values. It's a totally different story. So I don't want anybody like just kind of leaping to conclusion just because something doesn't kind of clear the Steel Path hurdle.
Terminal spotted. Upload me and prepare to defend. I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment. Still working on it. Continue to defend.
So the dome explosion isn't what's dealing the most damage in and of itself. The dome explosion is mainly there so I can build stacks of my Shatterstorm, which lets me just deal tick damage to any enemy I stand near, like this. It also gives me an absurd amount of damage resistance.
We are finished here. Move on. We have got to find a terminal. Proceed and prepare. Here is a terminal. Get me in and get ready to defend. I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. Watch yourself. Grineer are on the way. Still working on it. Continue to defend. Terminal hacked.
Yeah, Gera is very strong. Perhaps even to an unfair degree, she's very strong. Her one drawback is she has no armor strip.
Location reached. Drop me in and defend our position.
Oh, did I accidentally drop Splinter Storm on an enemy?
This will take a moment.
That's not very nice if I did.
Still working on it. Continue to defend.
So the nice thing about all these damage ticks isn't necessarily that they don't do a lot of damage, but with Nourish on, every time I deal an instance of damage to an enemy, it gives... No, it doesn't actually give them a viral stack. Okay. But it makes them more vulnerable to damage after that. So actually, It is, in a way, an armor strip, but not in the way you'd expect. It just makes them more vulnerable to damage, which is still good.
The odds were against us, Tenno, but we did it. Mission complete.
Your will was greater. This is good.
Yeah. But yeah, as far as Steel Path is concerned, that's a very, very, very high bar to clear to like be like super Steel Path viable. And usually it requires building very particularly. The fact that I'm doing this mostly through Warframe abilities is more of just a testament to like how well I build my Warframes, because you're kind of expected to use like all the tools at your disposal to really clear Steel Path. But I just like to build my Warframes to just be like uber-powered space wizards, because that's where I have most of my fun with the game. So for me, doing this with just a frame, it's like that's a really high bar to clear to be able to do it with just a frame.
Operator, you have remembered well how the Tenno armed us.
Alright, another defense mission, which just means we're just gonna run Citrine, because Citrine is just like the best at this. Oh, I should probably change my melee out.
Difference.
Difference.
Veneer penis versus corpo penis. Min difference.
Mid difference. We're going this to config B. And the reason we're going to change it to config B is because we don't really need to inflict a lot of status ailments on our enemies with our ranged weapon, because the melee weapon, or because our abilities will actually stack a bunch of status ailments. I don't know if you've seen how Citrine works, Sloan, but you gotta check this out. You gotta see this shit.
The art of combat must be practiced to truly master the canvas of war.
The enemy is at our doorstep. You must defend our equipment until reinforcements arrive.
I do some dinner before you were on vacation. You were farming for her. Have you been listening the whole time, or do I need to go back and talk about some of the stuff I talked about a few minutes ago? Maybe for a little while, but I heard you talking about SP, just your frames. Yeah. Yeah, Citrine for me is like undisputed queen of just doing defense these days. She is so good. Like, she provides team utility, damage resistance, health regen. There is nothing she cannot do with a stationary target. If you just let her stand still, she just has absolute control over the battlefield. It is crazy what she's capable of. She also can get enemies to drop health orbs to such a high amount that you're actually just better you can run her with like super negative efficiency, and you can just run her with equilibrium, and you can just get infinite energy from her health orbs. Yeah, Citrine, in my opinion, in my eyes, is a very, very easy S tier.
I think it's been a year since I got the rifle now. Almost.
Yeah.
I bought it with my tax return and I did my taxes late, so yeah, this will add up to my time frame. Since I got the little bad boy together.
Hell yeah, dude.
And it's come a long way, it's barely recognizable anymore.
Yeah.
I gotta sell my old Vortex red dot and my prism scope. That's just money sitting around for no reason.
Yeah. You can become the Gunbroker Curse Gem.
Yeah. Well, they're barely used. They're good for a beginner. And that money can go towards probably one day a discounted ACOG. Or that money will just go towards something else entirely. But that money will be back.
Yeah. Yeah, just don't leave any money on the table where you can, especially in the gun world.
And I can take out the plates and just sell that carrier. Get some money back from that. And eventually get a slick plate carrier of some kind. Not a rush, but I will be keeping the plates, of course.
Yeah.
It's illegal for me to sell the plates anymore anyways.
Yeah, you literally can't do that.
I'm literally stuck with them whether I like it or not. When the whole thing happened at the end of March, I was like, yeah, they're totally gonna ban plates in a month, and I was right. I was like, they're totally banning. I better just, like, bum rush this.
So fucking dumb.
Because I was like, yeah, that totally. It was nice of the company. I was like, hey, listen, I'm in New York and they're probably going to ban them. Can, like, you ship them to me before anything happens? And they pretty much just, like, say no more. Bam.
Yeah, well, because, you know, any respectable gun company...
Because they have back orders, and I was like, listen, I'm in New York. Can you do something for me here?
Yeah, that's kind of what I like about gun companies, is they're really personable, and I mean, you know, we're all on the side of 2A, so anytime they hear that, like, a state's about to enact some kind of restriction, they're like, oh yeah, say no more. We got you.
When Washington was going through its mag capacity bans, Palmetto was basically like, everyone else's orders are going to be delayed or they're not fulfilled immediately because we're too busy filling out, like, orders for Washington State.
Yeah, grandfather that shit in while you've got it.
We're too busy doing shit for Washington State right now.
Grandfather that shit in.
Washington State has the worst gun laws now.
Really?
Yeah, they banned literally basically every semi-automatic, like, rifle completely, like, no permits either.
That's pretty cringe. So did Mike just move out, or did all of his rifles grandfather in? Well, even so,
just imagine he doesn't live there anymore.
yeah, he might have moved it.
Maybe.
He might have moved to Arizona. That's probably why he's hanging out with Aaron so much lately.
He probably just moved there because it's so convenient through everything.
When did Arizona just ban ARs?
I don't think Arizona banned
Or
them.
not Arizona, sorry, I meant Washington. I was thinking about Arizona.
Like 2 weeks ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking pathetic, dude.
Not even like a New York style, like soft ban. Like full on. Like they have a list and everything, and it's like mad long.
Why? What prompted it? Was there like some sort of shooting in Washington or something?
No, just Democrats.
That's so cool, dude. That's so fucking cool. Yeah, Sloan lives in Washington, so I was giving him ideas for building
Can you attest for this, Sloan, or?
No, he's been attesting to it in chat the whole time.
Yeah. I think they like.
Yeah, he said he's basically just up shit's creek because he can't build the AR he was hoping to build now. That's gotta
give
be
you a little
unconstitutional.
bright side. I think a lot of states are going to be getting their laws reversed in the next year or two with how hard they've been pushing it. The Supreme Court's a couple of these cases are probably going to get taken to the Supreme Court, and with how the Supreme Court handles 2A, it's just going to all get shot down.
I'm really hoping all these state gun laws are deemed unconstitutional. I remember when the SAFE Act originally got put under a lawsuit, it was held up as constitutional because of some fucking whatever or other. But I think with the lens that the current judges have, and seeing that as, you know, a well-regulated militia kind of implies that civilians are armed to the same level of a general infantryman. I don't like. I seriously, based on my interpretation of the Constitution, right? And take this with a grain of salt because it's my interpretation. I've only read the fucking document like several times, but based on my interpretation of the Constitution, the Second Amendment specifically for a well-regulated militia, meaning it is, you know, a civilian's responsibility basically to train themselves and basically arm themselves and behave themselves in a way befitting a general infantryman. So if like these bans are like, you're literally just taking away any gun that's capable of like performing to the level of a general infantryman. And to me, that just feels really, really unconstitutional. It is, yeah. Again, based on my interpretation of the Constitution, it is unconstitutional.
Operator, were you visualizing a bloody battle?
Me too.
Excellent armaments, Operator. Please return
Covered in blood.
safe and sound.
Yeah, so I'm hoping there's some really, really big pushback in the coming years. And, you know, again, I've been saying this before, especially with how polarized things are. Everyone should feel a need to arm themselves. Like, I don't fucking care who you are, like, what political wing you're from. It doesn't matter. You should feel an ethical responsibility as an American. You know, and if you don't want to arm yourself, that's okay. But, like, people who still believe in, like, disarm policies, fucking delusional. Like, actually fucking stupid. If you believe in, like, the actual, like, disarming policy, you're, like, fucking insane and delusional.
Your target is this location's computer system. Find and access the terminals. Your target is the reactor. The reactor will have tight security. Watch out for enemy patrols.
There we go. See, the Ignis is doing the trick, because it strips enemy armor down to half. On top of putting viral stacks on them, which makes them more vulnerable to damage. Yeah, no. So for me, I see it as a massive breach in the Constitution to do that, and in general, I think anybody should be allowed to arm themselves. And I know there were a lot of people after that one trans shooter shot up a school that a lot of people kind of outed themselves as not actually very constitutional. They were like, oh, a lot of pro-gun guys were suddenly like, oh, we should take away guns for these people. And it's like, well, dude, no, you're just kind of you're countermanding your own message by doing that. If you really believe in 2A, then actually fucking stand for 2A. And personally, I'm willing to put my money where my mouth is. I'm willing to let people I really don't like own guns, because it's their fucking right. This fucking, like...
That's it. Now get out of here.
This fucking, I'm trying to think of the right words for it. 'Cause I don't like to just say politics, because that's like such a fucking stupid phrase. But this stupid, like, culture war shit. Well, most of the time, Sloan, they can't even own guns anyways once they're convicted, because I believe,
You exist to strike.
I forget which amendment, I think maybe the 13th. One of the amendments basically says that if you are a felon, your rights can be abridged for any reason, under any circumstance, basically. Basically, once you're a felon, as long as you are in state custody, your rights are not universal. So it's not that hard to take away 2A from a felon, because that's literally in the Constitution that's a thing that you can do. You can just take away a felon's ability to own a
Going
gun.
through New York laws, there's no indication of what the charge is for having like a non-safe act compliant weapon. They seem to only care about the magazines, and that's a misdemeanor. It's literally a fucking like a fine and a slap on the wrist, and they'll probably just take it away from you.
Lol. The only I mean, and again, I have to say it, the only place in New York where I've actually seen safe act like actual like safe act like seizures and arrests is New York City.
And usually in order for that to happen, you have to be committing another crime.
Yeah. Or at least be suspected of another crime. Sometimes I'll see the NYPD like seize shit in raids. But yeah, but again, it's only ever NYPD. I only ever see the NYPD like showing that shit off. I've never seen another precinct in this state actually enforcing the SAFE Act.
Well, most of the cops don't actually know what it is. That's the funniest part. None of them are really like trained to learn that law.
Yeah, besides the NYPD, most of them don't care.
It's also just a lack of knowledge of how the law really works, and it just sort of confuses them, so they don't really care. You'll mostly just get a, hey, don't do that, okay? Bye.
Yeah, get out of here. Don't come back here, mister. Yeah. Yeah,
So looking more into this 3D printed night vision goggle thing for 600, and I'm curious. I'm very curious to see how this project grows. The person's working on a new generation of that thing.
That's pretty sick.
That's gonna be slightly higher quality.
Well, Sloan, hopefully you can move out of state at some point. It sucks that that's happening though, because I know how difficult it would be to move out of your home state. But it seems like that's probably your best option if you want to be a cool guy. West Coast United States is just fucked, man. This is just fucked. Move to Arizona. You can go hang out with Carl. You can go fuck his wife. He'll let you. He'll let you for free.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
And so we learn the importance of clarity and purpose.
Is she pretty? I don't know. I don't know what Carl's wife looks like. I'm just making fun of Carl because it's funny to make fun of Carl.
Yeah.
Carl's the guy who became a lol cow, right? Yes, correct.
Yeah. Homie just couldn't do it.
He cracked under the pressure.
Accept your death, and you may
Well,
trust in your training.
Yeah, I know.
unlike California, New York never really came up with the conviction process. That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
They just sort of hope you're committing a crime alongside it.
And that's the only way where it really matters, is just to... Basically, if you're using a weapon that is state illegal while you're also doing something else bad, the judge can hit you extra hard. That's pretty much it. Yeah, like, New York is kind of really limp-wristed. Like, the state, it's pretty much just... That law is pretty much just for the city. And then the rest of... Oh, sorry, I'm probably be using this. But yeah, like the entirety of the West Coast though just seems really, really draconic with its gun laws.
The reactor is going into stasis. Now is your chance to complete this sabotage. Use whatever you can to make sure it never works again. A coolant cell has been extracted.
West Coast sucks. Yeah, I can imagine, bud. Well, if you ever decide...
This also kind of sucks.
What's that?
East Coast also kind of sucks.
Yeah. I mean, America right now just kind of sucks in general, unfortunately.
If you can move somewhere south with a low cost of living and find some sort of job, you can live at large.
Yeah, the happiest guys are the guys who are just out in like fucking Kentucky or Tennessee or Arizona, just somewhere in the Midwest where people don't bother you and you're allowed to do whatever you want. But unfortunately, the problem with that is that, you know, it's kind of hard to move out to like fucking Utah or fucking Wyoming or any of those states because they're fucking poor as shit and there's no job opportunities out there. You'd have to already be established or like retired out there because the boomers took everything from us and then ran. There's not really a whole lot we can do about that.
Yeah.
Fuck boomers, man.
But
There we go. Jeez. I'm like confusing myself here.
Sacred token shall remain secure from the grasp of the idol.
I got a weird looking face for a second. Jesus. That was scary. He looked like a fucking gray alien. Looked like Gnorts. An old friend at the beach yesterday. It was really good to see her, and we talked for a long time. That's great to hear, man.
As you conquer the foe, so you conquer yourself.
Well, before we close Warframe for the evening, I'm just gonna check in on Teshin and see what I can buy with the steel essence I have so far.
We were led astray. We forgot the conclave. So when that
Field Path Honors. Umbral Forma Blueprint. Minus recoil on shotgun. That might be nice to grab at some point.
what'd you say?
Oh, I'm just looking at some stuff here.
So I'm hearing some interesting reports that the fake Russian Perst 4 airsoft IR laser holds 0.
Hilarious.
That's interesting. I hope that's real. I hope $140 IR laser holds 0. That'll be the best news ever.
Someone said I was doing the Duviri Paradox. It's pretty fun. I was able to have a few good runs on it. Yeah, I like the Duviri Paradox. I haven't done the Paradox mode in a bit. I mostly have just been doing the circuit, but yeah. I got quite a bit of steel essence here. Jeez. Oh, whoa, it's skulls. Holy shit, that's hardcore. And I got some arcane adapters out of it. That's what the steel essence is for. Let's see here. Fenmore. Put one on
Your
you.
chosen Warframe suits you. Ha ha.
And we are gonna do unweapon impact status, energy regen.
Can't believe Saints Row has an actual expansion coming out. Man, the fucking Jesus, that is crazy. Why are they even bothering? They should just refund the season pass. You'd save money that way.
And more.
And more.
Alright, precision headshot plus 6 damage for 24 seconds, stacks up times. Plus 20% damage for 4 seconds, stacks up to 12 times. That's 3 times, 12 times. Saints Lone said Saints Row still alive. Oh yeah, no. Well, they're trying to make as much money as they can before their before they're liquidated by Embracer Group. Don't
Alive in some ways. The mangled corpse is on life support.
60% for 24 seconds. Stacks times. 20% damage for 4 seconds.
It is alive in some ways.
Everything in orders, operator? Is that a pun? I will attempt to bypass this fault.
120%. 360 at max. What's this one at max? And 4 seconds. 12 times. Also 360. Okay, so the damage differential is like negligible between these two. The only difference is that Deadhead lasts longer. I'll probably go with Deadhead. Just because you got to get headshots with this thing anyways. Good thing with the Fell Arcs here. We're going to get an Arcane Adapter in there. We're going to go with Merciless, though, just because it's not as easy to get headshots once you transform it. Light 'em, we're going to do... And same story here and here. But again, I think we're just going to go with Merciless. Can't really think of anything else to put on here. Cascadia Flare, not really. Cascadia Accuracy. Cascadia Empowered, no. That's mostly just good for like super high status ailment weapons. Not really secondary dexterity, because I'm not really going in for melee kills when I'm using this that often. Oh, you know what? I realized I need to get back to doing I need to get back to doing the Citrine farm, not for Citrine herself, but so I can get the materials so I can buy more copies of Secondary Encumber. Because Secondary Encumber, on status effect, 24% chance to trigger a second random status effect. That is going to be amazing on Kuva Nukor. Because with the mod that gives you plus 80% damage per status ailment afflicting the target, that gives you so much fucking damage if you just have a shitload of random status effects on them. The more you drop on them, the more damage you get. Galvanized shot. Yeah, 80% status chance on kill. Yeah, it's galvanized shot. It gives you plus 80% status chance, and then on kill, plus 40% direct damage per status type affecting the target for 14 seconds, stacks up to 3 times. Okay, so for pistols, it's not even 80%, it's 120%. So yeah, and once you kill 3 enemies with your sidearm, you get plus 120% damage per status type affecting the target. Which means that if you're just and if you look at my status chance, it is 150%, which means every time the weapon ticks, I get 1 guaranteed status proc plus a second 50% chance for a second guaranteed status proc. And and don't forget too that I'm multi-shotting, and it's a beam weapon, so it already fires really fast. So on top of all of that, I'm literally like stacking all my ailments to max right away. So if I'm also then adding random status ailments into the mix on top of stacking stacking ailments to max, with that secondary encumber, that gives you upwards of like 500% bonus damage. Some real autism hours out here.
John, I got bad news for you.
Uh-oh.
What?
I finally got sick of your shit, and I hired someone to take you out.
Oh shit! The Hell's
A
Angels.
little man you may know as the Destroyer from jail.
Oh no!
He's gonna be slowly walking his way through.
What am I gonna do?
The
What am I
Destroyer from
ever
jail.
gonna do, Daniel?
Well, I dressed like a bumblebee clown.
From jail.
The Destroyer from jail.
Or what do he do?
Not really anything.
Your Honor, the Destroyer, silent from jail. Death.
Your Honor.
Here he's got these.
Well, thanks for letting me know, Daniel.
Yeah, it's fine.
No, Sloan, not Christian.
Oh God.
It's the Destroyer from jail.
The Destroyer from jail.
Christian finally got out. Good for him.
He's loose. Oh.
My lawyer born to fight law deal.
Born to fight law deal. Yeah. Crazy gun.
Heavy Metal Army.
Heavy Metal Army. Holy shit.
That guy was legit as fuck.
Yo, I love Crazy Gun though. That guy was so cool.
He was really cool.
Yeah, Daniel, did you see my message, by the way?
Mhm.
Yeah. It's weird. It's really weird. I don't get it. I don't know these memes. Sloan, just go watch Retsupre.
Watch really. Well, actually, it's on Slowbeef's channel because it's Fight Palace.
Oh, right, it was Fight Palace. Yeah. Yeah, go watch Slow Beef.
The Destroyer from jail.
Yeah,
it's one of the games he played.
Yeah, he covered a bunch of scuffed fighting games a couple of years ago called Fight Palace. And
He does it every month still.
He still does Fight Palace. Oh, very good.
Yeah, every month they catch it on the Switch.
But yeah, so you can go watch The Destroyer from Jail on Slow Beef's channel. It's quite something. My username on the Epic Games launcher is Crazy Gun because of fucking Destroyer from Jail.
Was John, you were you Peng Bomb?
Yeah, he was Peng Bomb.
Yeah, I was. I don't know if I did one.
You're just slothing us still.
Yeah, because I gotta rep the sloth.
Yeah, you got to keep that name. It's use it or lose it, man.
I got into an argument with somebody, and it was like I couldn't understand. Someone was trying to tell me that Hufflepuff was not the best house in Harry Potter.
It isn't.
The best house is the one that's dead because I killed them all with a gun because guns are better than magic.
It isn't, Daniel.
No, it is. It's absolutely the best house.
Only cucks would join such a place.
Or people that want to have useful jobs.
What job? You kill people to take their money.
That's not a job. That's crime.
Yeah, crime pays. So
he's got a point, Daniel.
He does have a point. But people are all they try to make moralist.
Shut up, Hufflepuff. Stop.
Listen, we're puffing that good shit. All right.
Beat you to silence.
I mean, the whole thing about removing J.K. Rowling's incredibly vapid and shallow interpretation of her own universe that she made. If you want to take it at a more face value of what it should be, every house represents some kind of merit. I mean, even Slytherin does, they all are supposed to. But again, J.K. Rowling doesn't know how to fucking flesh anything out without making it the most simplistic black and white thing possible, which is why she just made them Nazis in her own version of the story. But that's neither here nor there. I feel like you could really apply merit to any of the four houses. Because that's nah. They all suck except for Hufflepuff, says Daniel.
Hufflepuff is the goddamn shit. You know what they call us, the Hufflepuff? Hell yeah.
Because they're Hufflepuffing on that dick because they're all gay.
No, we're puffing that good shit. That's where the good shit is.
Yeah, straight dragonweed, straight fucking lung slayers, bro. This shit is so fucking fire.
It's fucking just clouds of fucking shit coming out of the Hufflepuff.
Yeah, fucking clouds like a burning building.
Hell yeah. Hufflepuff is the goddamn shit. Even when I was like reading the books when I was like little, I was like, hell yeah, Hufflepuff, they rule. They did like nothing in any of the books.
Yeah, they did.
The only thing the reason why I figured they were the best was because they were the only ones staying out of this dumb fuck fight.
Well, Daniel, the reason they did nothing was because J.K.
They
Rowling
didn't get
couldn't.
fucking rolled, probably.
J.K. Rowling couldn't apply some incredibly shallow moralist viewpoint to them, so she didn't know what to
Yeah.
do with them because she doesn't know how to interpret anything in her universe without the most binary good and evil terms possible.
It's like how are
Nuance, what's
like
that?
I don't see how Gryffindor and Slytherin are useful for society. It's just like, hey, let's just our job is to be assholes, or oh, our job is to stop the assholes.
And again,
Like, why don't you
that's like,
just not have the assholes?
and again, that's like if you're taking J.K. Rowling's interpretation at face value. I would honestly say Hogwarts Legacy as a game did a much better job of interpreting like what those houses are actually supposed to be. And honestly, like a lot of the Slytherin students were some of the coolest fucking characters in that game because they weren't like, because they weren't just like, haha, I'm evil, like how J.K. Rowling wrote them, but more like they were cunning, not necessarily deceptive, but they were very cunning. They were very resourceful. Gay. They were gay. They were very gay. Maybe, who knows? Yeah, but yeah,
Hufflepuff and that dang shit.
all the characters in that game were pretty good, but yeah, it was one of those things where J.K. Rowling, I think, just couldn't be trusted with her own story or her own universe.
Are you saying that J.K. Rowling isn't a good writer?
Yes, actually.
Huh.
Crazy. Damn.
And
it's an interesting take.
She mostly struck it big by having an incredibly compelling world building, and didn't follow through on any of the interesting concepts in the world building, and eventually sabotaged the world building by basically being like, yeah, so instead of applying any like real world nuanced traits to the houses, the Gryffindor is just the good guys and Slytherin is just the bad guys and they're the Nazis or whatever.
Hell yeah.
And also the goblins are there, and the goblins are stumpy little men who love money and have hooked noses. What did she mean by this?
What did J.K. Rowling mean by this?
What does she mean?
Hell yeah, Hufflepuff.
Well, Daniel, assuming you had this, you killed this person you had the argument with, right?
Mm-hmm. They're dead.
Okay, good.
You were like, oh, but Slytherin is the best. It's like, how to know if you think what house you think is the coolest. If you think Gryffindor is the coolest, you're 12. If you think Slytherin's the coolest, you're 15. Like, that's all it is.
Criminal.
Why would you want to be in it? Why would you want to mark yourself out as a criminal? If you're a real solid criminal, you're fucking rolling up in Ravenclaw or some shit.
You're not. I'm not trying to hide though, Daniel, from society.
Yeah, John was there. If you took if you looked at a historical photograph of like any,
why would I try to hide?
Of like any historical tyrant, like look at a picture of Stalin or Pol Pot, or even paintings, even in paintings of King George, he's there in the background somehow.
Why would I covertly hide?
Oh my lord.
Right there behind King George is just John with his hand on King George's shoulder.
I know you like to read books and things and whatever the gay shit you guys do at Dick Puffin school.
You just gotta kill people until they read them for you.
Yeah, you just gotta kill people till they don't give out the knowledge to the bad people.
You just grab someone by the shirt collar. Can you read? Answer right now. And if they say anything other than yes, you shoot them.
Yeah, then you move to the next crib.
Yes.
Yeah, crib. But I like to call gangsters' houses cribs.
Yeah, he's asking, he's testing thugs for their literacy. All right, well, we'll have a slightly more interesting stream tomorrow. Just wanted to stream something tonight, but I was also very tired, so I just wanted to do some Warframe. We'll catch up with you guys next time.